Karoli Gaspara University of the Reformed Church. Students of the Business Informatics department gathered in the lecture hall. Curious, as an external speaker always brings something new, the lecture was introduced by Dr. Zoltán Vig.
Guest speaker I invited is the noted Zsigmond Bodnar. He is a highly influential and respected big player in the field of economic informatics in Hungary. I say this because he is a big shot, as despite his young age, he has quite a lot of experience. He has put everything on the table, and I will pass the floor to him. Command, Zsigmond.
Thanks. Hello there. How are you doing? Hi. Since we are relatively close in age, it's good. I would address you informally, okay?
Zsigmond presented the key milestones in building a tech company to help the students understand that creating a successful business isn't magic.
What is the very first and most important criterion for building a business? The 0 point, literally, good, certainly idea. No. By the way, that's good. We'll get back to this shortly. Capital. No, neither. The capital, not the connection. I have already said it once, by the way. Idea. No, not the idea. I absolutely can't tell you how many ideas I have on a daily basis. But simply put, the idea is not equal to the opportunity. Therefore, there is never a certain connection between an idea and an opportunity, and you must understand this. So, the fact that I have an idea, wow, I truly believe this is going to be an incredible opportunity with huge potential in the market. The only thing that determines the 0 point is whether an idea is truly an opportunity in the market. We are not looking for ideas. We are looking for vision. The vision is truly fundamentally great. If there is an opportunity in the market, don't just look for ideas. Look for opportunities and possibilities. For the connection between the idea and the opportunity is crucially tied together by one thing: proper timing, and effectively. The 0 point, the capital, the team, the execution, absolutely everything. Undoubtedly and without question. Before that, perhaps, the 0 point is good timing.
The sincere questions didn't take long to follow. A student opened the floor with a particularly interesting point.
How do I mentally deal with the fact that they entered into a new market, and you may feel that you do not belong there? I mean that such an imposter syndrome can develop when a completely new. You are truly embarking on something, and how you balance it out, that you work hard enough to indeed obviously break through.
Look at just what market you are entering. And really, if you think about it, so am I really entering a new market? So basically everyone is literally actually talking about this. It's everywhere. I'm just saying that if you check it out today, read up on it, take a look, and explore more about it, and consider its implications. Index had a hugely important AI conference. All are talking about AI. How many speakers were there? Watch the AI conference again. How many speakers were there who exactly had a product? Nobody, really. Who would have possibly even monetized this? No one. Everyone just simply liked this. We are discussing it in broad terms, but indeed it's a damn hot market.
Zsigmond faces a big challenge. Can he really win over his target group and get them on board with his vision?
You always communicate the why. When you develop a product, you always think about the why and the reasoning behind it. Why exactly does your market need this? When I want to sell the YOLO, I will not tell you that, listen, definitely buy it because it answers from the books. No. Buy it because this is definitely the future of education. Buy it because this private tutor will definitely always be there and help you. Buy it because YOLO is not just a private tutor, but a virtual best friend. Because they will be there for you outside of education as well, and will help you in any life situation.
The enthusiastic applause from the university students indicated that Zsigmond's story had an inspiring effect on them, and some of them might not just be dreaming anymore, but perhaps planning as well.
I love such presentations, and I enjoy working with young people. I truly, genuinely, and sincerely believe that it is our responsibility as the older generation to motivate to young people, and let us show them to believe in themselves, to take the first step, and then support them on their journey for as long as we can.
In the matter of pricing, Gábor and Zsigmond agree that special attention must be given to the price sensitivity of the target audience. while also keeping in mind that there should be revenue left after covering the costs.
Actually, I want to keep it at 5 euros. So I have taken this into my head. I want to keep it at 5 euros. That should be solved to achieve at least approximately 2 euros in profit from the 5 euros. But profit indeed means that it includes all costs. Yes, all costs. So if possible, then 5 euros, because there is also the question regarding VAT, everything, so that they are indeed students. And it simply cannot be that. Well, of course it can't be.
The conversation was interrupted by a call from Zsigmond's lawyer, raising an important issue.
Hello, Akos.
Hi, I'm calling at a good time. Is it suitable?
Yes, indeed. I'm just talking with Gábor.
I am just bothering you simply regarding the fact that you requested an expert opinion related to your new project. In fact, after careful and thorough consideration, I have concluded that the best possible and most effective solution is to seek a copyright expert. Considering the complexity of the project, I believe this is the most cautious solution given the circumstances.
Okay, so the point is that we should just involve someone. Okay, but can you handle this for me? Like, so either you definitely bring it or I bring it, but regardless of that, try to front this for me so that I can literally send the materials when he sends something, because we actually need it. A statement on how it is indeed even possible under copyright to generate responses from protected books using generative AI in a secure, efficient, and comprehensive manner. Wow, complicated sentence. To reference the books. To reference the books. We definitely want to do this prudently and with utmost care and attention, with careful consideration and utmost diligence, and obviously the relevant related documents as well. All right, then listen, let's bring in a legal expert, and I'll also take a turn.
The hook grabs attention immediately and sets the product apart. This is the moment where the user decides whether they are interested in the product. Without this, even the best ideas can easily get lost in the market. And it seems Zsigmond has found one.
I was at the university in the morning, and as I was talking to the students about sales and marketing, in the meantime, suddenly and unexpectedly, an extremely wild and unexpected idea truly came to my mind. This could indeed be the hook, so this might very well be the reason why perhaps I think that more people would download the application. There are these kinds of SoundCloud services such as, I don't know if you've heard of them, that the SoundCloud service, where I will actually record your voice, and I will say, for a machine to read a written text, such as in your voice, and then I read it in your voice. And that I have been using this for a long time for content creation, and although I haven't checked it out yet, but if we could perhaps buy the service of this company, and we could absolutely and definitely make it certainly part of YoloAI, I think it's brilliant. Not because it was my idea, but I think it's brilliant. Imagine when the...
Wait, but why wouldn't it be good for it to speak back in perhaps my own voice?
Because right now, at this moment, I'm not saying that the user can currently record their own voice, but I'm saying that because we really don't have time for that right now. But maybe we can do this, that those influencers whom I trust, I believe we can work together and we can accomplish things in the coming days. Contract with them, agree with them, from them. I kindly ask that they graciously lend us their voice for a while, please, if possible.
Yes, I get it. I definitely listen to the answer in the voice of my favorite influencer.
How intense is it? Well, listen, this is just a hook because the person who is at the present moment hearing about this thing that this company has made, the 24/7 private consultation, etc., it might not have as much impact. But if it is indeed the case that we really do truly say something quite big, you can indeed teach in the voice of Justin Bieber quite easily. So, YoloAI will explain the derivative function to you in the voice of Justin Bieber. Well, I would most certainly say that I would download this, not to mention as well as... Let's just keep going, because the Absolvo won't wait. Not to mention that those influencers, by the way, who are often seen as influential figures, by the way, are, by the way, they lent their voices just because this whole thing is exciting. Be careful not to tip over. It's indeed exciting because their voices are also part of YoloAI, and they obviously know this. This is an assumption, of course, but they will obviously promote it, right?
Well, it should be done.
Now that you're an influencer, you're in it. Or in such a service, you will make a video about it. Look, now I will teach you the multiplication table.
This is a type of content where really good material can be produced.
Good indeed, very...
Tell a story, and then it works really well with it.
And bedtime story for child read by favorite influencer. They don't tell good bedtime stories anymore, but I think that's totally fine. Good.
Good. Let's take a look.
After a week, Zsigmond and his team returned to Absolvo, where they defined specific directions and parameters for the future company valuation.
We wanted to take a look at this market a bit to see if there are any transactions involving those companies. For example, they are on the stock exchange, what their valuation is, and from this we will be able to form our position. The positive news is that fortunately there are currently transactions, and some companies are valued based on a revenue multiplier of around 1 to 2, and there are obviously different exceptional cases as well. What are the main parameters that we would also like to receive from you at the end of the challenge? One is that there, in fact, the number of paying customers and the financial revenue itself. The recurring revenue, there will be some subscription fee, either monthly or annually. We want to understand the annual or monthly recurring details and insights. Revenue, how it develops. This is important. The other important thing is what is the growth rate, how this can be done in the next week or two. We will discuss that later. How to turn this into a forecast. But we want to understand the growth rate. The other important thing is that the users I bring in, will you keep them or will you lose them? Churn. It is extremely important that you indeed create a product that is not just tried out, but they will use it steadily, and they will not just subscribe for 1 month, but for a long time. The fourth point will be the important cross margin. It is crucial to note that, so we want to understand that when they come to you, I don't know, I mean, if the revenue is 100 forints or 100 euros, what is the direct cost associated with it? That you can certainly indeed generate this revenue. If this margin is too small, then they will effectively never be cash positive.
There are certainly many presumptions in the system, and if I understand correctly, you will say that too. Pay attention, guys. Let's look at the last 2 weeks based on the first 2 weeks. How many users there are? How many of those are paying users? And from those paying users, how many are related to them? What marketing costs can be specifically associated with paying customers? How much churn there is, and whether there is churn. And if there is, then exactly how much churn there is, as well as what the fixed operational costs related to usage are, that are characteristic of the product and the service, to say that it's indeed good if these and these and these conditions are met. And if you continue like this, then somewhere around a revenue multiplier between 1 and 12, you will reach this point, and at that time, you will know the revenue multiplier, which refers to the revenue. You can multiply it, which will show the company's value.
You know, there are many different approaches to company valuation, such as discounted cash flow, market comparables, and precedent transactions that are worth applying in certain cases. A 10-20-year-old manufacturing company can be evaluated differently than a company that is essentially in its early stages. A phase startup, where on one hand, into a subscription-like model, some recurring revenue. We can talk about revenue regarding Reconnect. However, it is indeed highly likely that the ability to generate profit will not be properly understood for a long time, because it is an investment period and is burning money. At such times, it's indeed very difficult to say what the EBITDA will be, right? Because it simply does not provide good guidance on this matter. So, by the end of the day, you will get there, but just a little bit for now. We simply wouldn't be able to apply this properly in a comprehensive manner. So this software, this type of service companies which are rapidly growing, they are not yet currently focusing on generating profit, but rather on growth, on investment, product development, and customer acquisition, user acquisition, and retention, and engagement, and loyalty. They're very often a recurring revenue multiplier, which is, in essence, what we apply.
If all goes well, hopefully, we will meet in approximately 20 days. I will say something. You're literally saying something that I and the viewers will also like. Good, but thank you. Good. We are waiting for the data.
Bettina stayed the longest in the office today, wishing she hadn't seen that email.
The statement from the National Tax and Customs Administration has arrived, and Zsigmond will not be happy about this news. I am still really thinking about how I should very carefully and very thoughtfully tell him this.
Do you think Eve will call? Oh my God, seriously, who is this? Hello? It seems that our morning presentation went overall well. Dr. Zoltán Vig called from Karoli Gaspar University, and we talked about it. How could we establish a long-term cooperation with the institution?